Let's take a look at time-based effects. I've gathered in this session a lot of what I consider basic time-based effect that you need to know about. A thing to keep in mind is that they can be combined to create even more interesting effects. We're going to get familiar maybe with our dry sounds, right? So I'm using an aux send and aux returns here in my session to send my dry sounds to my effects. I might switch at some point between the pre-fader send and the post-fader send. I put it post-fader as a basic kind of send, but pre-fader is going to enable me to then go mute my dry sound so we can hear really just the effect, which sometimes is interesting to hear. So I have a few tracks here. I have a great performance by Sia, Chandelier. I'm sure a lot of people must be familiar with this song. Let's take a listen. So we can hear, when you hear that vocal, it's pretty dry. Let's listen.
Party girls, don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, push it down.
Right, you hear even a bit of headphone bleed here. You hear a bit of a room, small room.
I'm the one for a good time call. Phones.
Like here, specifically on good time calls.
I'm the one for a good time call. Phones blowing up. Bring 'em.
You hear a bit of a reflection of the small room, but this would really qualify as a dry vocal. Here I want to point out that on this part, the pre-chorus, I guess it could be called, there is a specific effect that's kind of derived from the famous auto-tune effect. I'm not sure how they did it, but listen to it's kind of a robotic, and you kind of hear that the vocal is being forced into following some notes, some scales.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink.
You hear that kind of trills.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw 'em back till I lose God.
Right, especially here, you hear kind of like the descending line that's kind of electronically pushed into scales.
Throw 'em back till I. Throw 'em back till I.
Right, so that's kind of what a lot of people call the auto-tune effect that started a while ago with Cher and Do You Believe in Love. Let's listen a bit to this really loud vocal here.
I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. I'm gonna live.
So here we hear a bit of distortion, right? We hear a bit of a pumping of a compressor. It's pretty hard to have so much power coming out and not have the sound jump around. So I think that's why it kind of had to be compressed. All right. So this is our Sia vocal. We have also a vocal here, a male vocal. Let's listen a bit to this one.
It burns, it pains me. I ease it in my veins, B, 'cause all it does is never ever flow. At night I dream.
So very nice and dry vocal.
I make believe I've closed the gap in me. Still all it is never ever flow.
Now you can see this one is not compressed, so you can really clearly see also the difference of loudness here. Now from the same song, we have just a couple of elements, a kick that I gated a bit, and a snare, the top snare. So these are closed mics, so let me remove the gate so you can hear the rest of the kit. But since we're looking at time-based effect, I wanted to have really kind of like clean, isolated sounds, so I gated them like this. Right, so we just have those hits. From the same song, we have an acoustic guitar here. Pretty sweet part, no effect, so it's great for us to listen to what we're gonna hear from our time-based effects. Right, there's other parts here. It's a nice, simple recording. No noise really on it, which is great. All right, and we have also a tambourine here. Let's listen to that tambourine a bit later. That's a real take. A little aside here, do you see that's kind of a bad edit? We can clearly hear that those guys looped this, and you can also see it, but you can hear at the end they did a bad edit here. I think in the music you wouldn't hear that, but let's listen a bit here. All right, so then we might listen to that to talk about our classic effect.